Welcome back. Let's get this gym session in. This is really meant to inspire, motivate, and share some workouts that you can use and try out on your own. Thankfully, the gym was super empty. I always get super hyper aware with people around me, so that was beautiful. And I just wanted to share what I did this weekend, and you can use that as inspiration. The first thing I did was doing some hip thrusts. You can use smaller weights, but I was using low weights, so starting out maybe with like 10 on each side, and then increasing the weight as I went through the sets. I definitely try to challenge myself, so I was thinking 10 per set, and sometimes I feel stronger, so I try to go for 15, and then as I increase the weight, I try to stay at the same. So if I increase the weight, I stay at 10, and then if my body feels strong, I go for 15. And lastly, I make the last few reps as powerful as possible, really driving through my heels. Next one are dumbbell bench presses. I didn't want to use a machine, so I used just normal weights. And you can see I'm really focusing on the chest and the shoulders opening up, keeping my 90-degree angle in my elbows. This is actually one of my weaknesses, my upper body. So I start very, very slow on low weights. I then moved on to walking lunges, one warm-up set, and then I go for about 2 sets of 10. But technically I just went from one side of the room and back, counting that as one. So basically going all the way to the end of the room and back is one, and I do that 3 times in total. Next are single arm lat pull downs. Actually, this was the first time that I did this, but it was interesting. I started out very slow, especially because this is my first time trying it. I didn't want to have a huge weight, so I did start out very, very slow and just focusing primarily on the form of my body as I was pulling the weight down. You don't see it in this video, but I was tapping on the side of my diaphragm, or like where my ribs are, and I was trying to bring my mind to think about the engagement of the muscles there right below my shoulder blade, and that really helps to bring the muscle memory right there and engage certain muscles that sometimes we are not aware of. And so the more you tap on that part of the body, the more your mind is able to think about engaging that muscle. The next ones were Egyptian raises. This is also pretty new to me, and I had to watch a tutorial about it, but I think I did it okay. I did do 2 sets of 10, but it is possible that I increased it, and I did try different weights. You don't see it on the video, but I just attempted different weights to see what challenged me the most. You always want a tiny little edge. You want to still feel that your muscle is burning and not go too lazy on the first try. The more you incline and go for that angle, the more I felt the gravity go against my arm. At my gym, we have this long wooden stick, which is really great for opening the shoulders. So I took a moment to just use that to rotate my shoulders and open my chest a little bit more. I just tried different movements and just kept repeating so that my body can feel fully open. And the more you just go for it, the more you realize the flexibility of your shoulders and your upper body. So go for it, try it on your own, see how you feel. Also, the closer your hands come together, the harder it is to open towards the back. So it's also fun to see what your personal range of motion looks like. Also, adding in some wrist movement is really nice, especially if you work on the computer very often, or you just use your hands a lot in your day-to-day. So moving your wrists back and forth is really helpful, and if you can find different ways to be creative and open the wrists in that sense, go ahead. I also tried using my balance and trying out just different things that I hadn't really been seeing before. So get creative with it, have fun. Lastly, I went for back extensions. I did 2 sets. Technically, I was supposed to do 6 to 8 per set, but I did go for a little bit more. I think I went for even 20 per set, and that was interesting. I've seen people try this workout before, and I've done it before, but it's been definitely a few years since I last practiced, and I can feel the engagement in my upper glutes. I did notice strain in my neck though, so just be careful with how you're engaging your upper body, your neck, not straining that part of your body too much. I also noticed that the more that you lower down, like the more you lower your upper chest towards the machine, the more you're gonna find your glutes engaging. So it's important to get the full range of motion and really think about dropping as far down as possible so that you can engage the muscles, the glutes, as much as possible. And lastly, I finished it out with a really beautiful yoga class. It was definitely fast. I was trying to fit a lot of things within 30 minutes, but if yoga is in your practice and you really want to open up your full body, go ahead, try it out. I posted it right before this video. That's it for today. See you next time. I can feel my